Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Space Engineers. While I was away, I built this little ship right here. I figured y'all probably didn't want to see the boring gameplay of me just building this craft, so that's what I did. I just put it together, got some hydrogen thrusters on there, got some refineries generators on it, but they're not running very efficiently, so what we're going to do starting off here is actually build uh, a larger setup for refinery, and we'll just swap over the hydrogen to the ship. I didn't think y'all want to watch it because it was pretty boring. I was thinking about doing a time lapse, but that's all I did for about 30 minutes on the time lapse when I got done editing it. So I didn't think it'd be very entertaining. So I figured I'd save y'all the trouble and skip it. If y'all would like to see it, let me know in the comment section, and I will definitely upload it. As we begin, we'll go ahead and put down these H2O2 generators, and we'll get to refining it. Also on channel news, I have a little bit of sad update. If you're an XCOM fan, I've recently run into a pretty serious bug where I cannot launch it off of Steam. If any of y'all know a solution or fix to this, please let me know, because as of right now, XCOM 2 is on hold, and it really sucks. I wish it wasn't so, but it seems like every now and then these things happen, and hopefully if it's a Windows 11 update or if it's a Steam update, something somewhere the wires got mixed up, and it's a hassle. It really sucks because it really puts me behind because I have nothing new to upload and I need to get to recording and I can't even do that simple trivial task. But since we put those H2O generators up, I need to grind this down and put it up top because it does not have a clear line of sight to our left there. We need to get that taken care of. So I'm going to go ahead and grab it off of the toolbar here and put it on my toolbar. I can place it up here. Here we go. Weld it up. Alright. Because we never know when we're going to attack again, and we need to make sure our defenses are up and running. But today, our goals, I believe, hold on, this area is off limits, so I will not comply with hostile response. Yeah, we're working on it. We're working on it. Relax. Don't get your panties in a twist. Let's go ahead and make sure this thing is at max range. And everything else looks to be good. Yeah, I see you. Stay away. If you know it's good for you, you'll stay away. Alright, what to do next? I think we get a drill set up because otherwise we're not doing anything. We need to get a drill and a connector set up so that we can refine this ice faster. What's going on? Why can't I place this? Is it touching something here? Oh, here we go. Place it right there. Weld this up. This will allow us to mine the ice at a much faster rate, and those H2O generators will be much faster than what that little ship can do, because I just put quite a bit of ice in the cargo that it's on board it right now, and I literally got squat. It's taking forever for it to refine all that ice, but these bigger ones, obviously, you can do a much faster and better job at it. Let's go ahead and set it up. It's a little bit of a hassle to get going, but once it's going pretty good. I need to first 86 all this stuff to where it only fills a certain material. I think snow/ice. I think that's what we need. There's not just a ice, so that's an issue. I don't see any other, so it must be this. So let's go ahead and select it. Hope y'all enjoy the show. I mean, I know Space Engineers isn't the most entertaining things to watch, but I enjoy playing it, and might as well record it and upload it, right? Maybe y'all like me, maybe you don't. If you don't, by all means, talk smack. I don't care. You're not going to hurt my feelings none. YouTube might care. YouTube has a way of silencing people it doesn't agree with, which as American, I don't agree with. I think any infringement on any rights is something that, well, it's not what our country's built on. And if YouTube was a American company, which it is, it should abide by those same laws. But it doesn't, so it's all good. Rules for thee, but not for me, as I say. Come on now. There we go. That'll work. I'm not going to get too fancy with all this moving around stuff. I could make it really refined and it'd have a really small hole and it would be much better, but Let's go ahead and turn off some of this stuff. I think I got a mosquito in my room right now. That's a little unsettling. Oh, I hate mosquitoes. Alright, it appears to be working. Let's go ahead and make sure that the settings are sharing ice, which they don't seem to be, so let's go on the settings and figure it out. That one's getting it. We need to connect it. That's what I'm doing wrong here. Let's get some cargo connectors up and it will, or conveyor, excuse me, not cargo. What am I talking about? Don't listen to me. Or do listen to me, I don't care. Do what you want to do. You're a free person. It's your right to do whatever you want to do. Get a T-joint. Place it there. Come on. I got a weird keyboard, and for whatever reason, it acts funny. It's one of those keyboards that has really small arrow keys, and delete, insert, and home are all in a weird spot. So going from the one that I work with to this one to the house, it's a pain in the butt swapping back and forth, but is what it is. Now, is it working? Yes, it is. So all three refineries are really amping up, so now we need a hydrogen tank to put it in. Otherwise, it's just going to sit in there and do nothing. Place it right here. If I can get out of the box, we got to place it this way and weld it up. Hopefully, we have enough stuff. Probably don't. Come on, Bob. Get to work. I know we have some of this stuff. Haha. I guess we don't have enough. We need to get to space before we get attacked by something really, really big. Let's just go ahead and build 100 of those things. If y'all would like a list of all the mods I have installed, I can do so. If y'all are interested, just let me know in the comment sections and I'll do that. Because I have a lot of mods. That's one thing that's beautiful about this game, is there's so many different things you can do to it. The base game is fun by itself, but with the Steam Workshop and the mod community that's in this game, oh my god, you can literally turn this into whatever game you want. This is a Minecraft on steroids. And I've heard rumors, and I don't know if they're true or not, but I think they were saying that they were going to be developing Space Engineers 2. Which that would be amazing to see. Hopefully it's this, but better graphics. Because really, I don't know what else you add to the game. Besides maybe more of a better PvE. Build it to where you have to get food. That'd be nice. There's some mods out there that you have to do that with, that you can install, and they'll make it to where you have to farm and all that stuff. That's not really fleshed out in Space Engineers, so it's kind of hard to, even as a modder, it's hard to develop something like that, but it's doable. And if they update their I kind of forgot what I was doing here. Get a drill on this thing. If they update their engine, their game engine, they'll really be able to do so. Let's go ahead and put a drill on here. This will allow us to mine stuff. Let's put a piston first. That way we can stick it out a little bit further. That way we don't bump into stuff when we're going into the asteroid fields. Yeah, this thing is ugly as sin, but I don't need it to be pretty. We can pretty-ize it later. Excuse my Texan slurs there. If you don't like it, I don't care. I'm going to take this the other way, if I can get it. I hate this keyboard. I really need to get me a better keyboard. I've got one that works, but it's not Bluetooth, so it's not very comfortable for me to sit at the desk, being that I have a really big computer monitor. I have to sit a little bit further back, otherwise I have to literally turn my head to go across the screen, and it's just not easy to do, so I sit back. So it's either get a USB extension, which I can do, which I've actually got some ordered, and I can use an older keyboard and make it a lot easier. But then I'll have to do the same thing with the mouse, and I don't have that many USB hookups. I already used quite a bit for the microphone and the USB it's a 3.0 submitter. Get the glass. Finish up the cockpit. Which for some reason it doesn't want to do. Oh, it did. Okay, never mind. I'm tripping. Alright. Connector's up. This thing is still drilling. How are we looking? Well, it's getting after it. Good to see. It's good to see. One of the mods I have installed is the no speed limit. The base game speed limit I think is 100 meters per second, which is really not, I mean, it's fast in real life, but not that fast. Not when we're talking space terms, when it takes, hours and hours and hours to go to the moon from here. We got 17% on our hydrogen. It's getting it down, but it could use some more ice. Let's go ahead and, well, get some more, I think. I got some right here that I can grab from. I was about to start mining, but I realized, wait a minute, I got a stockpile. Save me the time. May install another one of these things on here just to speed things up, because this is taking forever. And when we're up in space, we're going to need something that can refine it a lot faster than this. So I think that's what we do. A hydrogen, H2O. And again, I'm sorry about XCOM, but right now, this week, it's just not going to happen. Not unless it's fixed by tomorrow, which I don't see it happening. Because I have to work my day job. It's not going to be a feasible thing. Now we have that one welded up, we need to connect it. So, how do I want to do this? First, let's go ahead and move it over. I like symmetry. It's kind of messing up my OCD here. And now we connect it up. Make sure everything's where it's supposed to be. Conveyors, small. If there's any other content you'd like me to see, please let me know in the comment section. I'm up to anything. If we can't get XCOM resolved, I may have to go to another game in the short term. Hopefully that's not what happens, because I'd really like to keep going, and there's some new subscribers I would like to add to our team, but I can't. In the long term, I got to do something else for the channel. There's many games I would like to play for y'all. If there's anything, like I said, if anything like y'all would want to see, please let me know. I'll do it. As long as my computer can handle it. I mean, I have a decent computer, but it's nothing crazy. It's not like all these fancy people out there. I've got the new remastered Rome, if y'all want to watch that. It's one of my all-time favorite games. The original is, but the remaster's not bad. It's just, they could have done way better when they remastered it. Could have put way better graphics on it, but they didn't. It is what it is. Still a very playable game. I think I'm going to add atmospheric thrusters to this thing. Simply as a boost when we get up into space. Well, when we're in the atmosphere, it'll help us boost up in the atmosphere, and then once we're up, we can kick these suckers off, and then we won't use them ever again. Unless we come down for a landing, which we may. We may come back here and steal some of the stuff that we, well, say steal, it's ours, but come back and get our stuff. Especially if it's an emergency situation. I recently did see that XCOM is on sale for the summer sale, the original XCOM. If y'all want me to upload that, I can start a series on that if y'all want to. I don't care. That way we can actually continue on with our characters. And maybe our last recent person who died, if y'all haven't watched the episode, can come back as a previous XCOM member. Hopefully he doesn't die there, otherwise that really messes up the timeline, doesn't it? Alright, let's get this side figured out. Alright, now for the thruster. We'll go 2 up and 2 down, or forward, excuse me. Once we don't have to get fancy with these. We can just stick these bad boys right on there and that'll work. This thing was going from uglier to hideous very quickly. And I put that on backwards. There we go. Need metal grids, huh? I think that'll work. Let's go ahead and queue a few up. Alright, that is up and running. Come on. There you go. Yeah, I think it has lost batteries. Hold on, let me change them out real quick. Okay, there we go. I don't know what that was. It wasn't the batteries. My mouse just died on me all of a sudden. We only have 30? Really? This thing's taking forever. And we have 2 of them hooked up now. Let's go ahead and add the side thrust. We don't need the big ones for that. Especially since we're only going to be using it to come in and come out of atmosphere. That is left and right figured out. We have the up and the forward. I don't know if we need a down because we can use gravity, or might as well just to be safe, but yeah, let's just go ahead and add them. Just makes control that much easier. You can use gravity, but using gravity, you can't really control it. So things may get away from you. This way we can actually physically control our descent. So now we need forward figured out, I think. So that's left, right, up, and down, forward, and backward. Well, we can use our hydrogen for backward. It's not ideal, but is. It'll work. Still need to add a connector. Yeah, let's go ahead and add it right on top of this thing. And a gyro. We need to add a gyro too. Can't forget that. Otherwise we're just going to be stuck in place. Now for the connector. like I said, from ugly to worse is what it is. Get this bad boy welded up. Probably should have finished this all off camera too, but I wanted to put some of it in, so therefore, you know, I'm not just spawning in chips and cheating y'all out of gameplay. I'm legit doing this. And that should do it. And if I put some armor around this thing, let's go ahead and save because we're about to take off. But that way, in case something does happen, I can revert to save. Normally, I wouldn't do that, but being this is Space Engineers, yeah, I'm going to do that. Sometimes you can have a craft that you spend hours and hours on, and you miss one little thing, and you instantly regret it when you take off. Let's go ahead and add all these hydrogen thrusters to a group. That way I can save them to my toolbar when I'm inside the ship. I will be able to manually and turn them off and on. And I can hide them on my toolbar inside here so that there's not so much things that are popping up on the menu here. Alright, turn them off. Now for the large Atmo and hydrogen. We'll add those to the hydros. There we go. Now for the Atmos. Save them and then turn them off. Alright, now let's set them up on a toolbar by pressing G, grabbing the Atmo, sticking them on. I'm going to put them on number 7 here. Toggle block on and off. Do the same thing for the hydros. Toggle block on and off. And now we can manually turn them off and on. So we'll go ahead and turn our hydros off. That way they're not just wasting fuel sitting here. The Atmos I'm not too worried about. Lift it off. We'll go left. Oh, yeah. I forgot. I said it, and I still forgot. Gyro, ladies and gentlemen, gyro. Where y'all at? Y'all should have helped me. Y'all should have yelled across YouTube and slapped me in the back of the head and told me, you dumbass. And you see I've got a couple sets of other gyros on there. Some are kind of cheaty, but I'm not going to use any of the cheaty ones. One, I don't like them. They are way too powerful and you barely move your mouse and you just did a 360. Thank you, Bob, for finishing it up. And now we have a gyro. We can actually move this thing independently of its thrusters. Let's go ahead and take the wide view up so we can get the connector lined up. Connectors are amazing devices that allow you to connect to small grid to large grid. That way, say if I take this thing out mining, I can literally just back it up like a truck to a truck stop and connect it, open the doors up, and deliver the cargo. I'm dragging her butt a little bit. Let's get up. Let's get over a little bit more. Let's line it up. And see, it connects, so that yellow light comes on. You press P and you are connected. Now this should be sharing the tanks with the big tank. You may have to go in settings to make sure that's the thing, but go ahead and settings here. It's 12% filled, but I do not want it to stockpile, so when you turn this to off, which it already is. So it should be, oh wait, here we go. Yeah, it will not stockpile. It should be giving it to the small grid. And now it's taking from the small grid. I want these to stockpile. And now you can see all these items that are in red and yellow are items that are not connected to the small grid ship. See, now the blue light's on that tank. It means it's actually sending it. Yeah, see, it's dropping very fast. And it just stops and is going back up. So that means our tanks should be full. See, large grid stuff is way, way faster at filling up things than a small grid is. Makes our job a lot easier. Let's see what our hydrogen tanks are at. 100%. Perfect. Go ahead and add this to the tank group. Alright. That's been settled. She's ugly as sin, but she'll fly. Kind of like Firefly, the TV show. That ship is ugly as sin, but it's our ship. And it will do what it needs to do, hopefully. And we're being threatened again. Where is it? I don't see it. Unless it's that purple thing. Probably is. Yeah, that's what it is. Okay, cool. So it's just hovering out of range. It's probably constantly spawning enemies. Go ahead and save the game one more time. Because we are about to launch again, ladies and gentlemen. This time for realsies. I want to take anything else with us, because we're going to be starting from scratch again, but we're going to be in space. I was wanting to go up with a much bigger ship, but I don't think that's going to be a feasible thing to do now. I wonder if we can go ahead and put these ion thrusters on their ship. They won't be very good on the planet, but in space they're amazing. They're very energy efficient. They're expensive though. They require some heavy items that are usually not found on Earth, at least not in very large quantities. Let's see. We will eventually swap out these Atmos for these ions when we actually get the materials to do so. Go ahead and slap on a cargo container. That way we actually have something to put stuff in when we get up space. Come on, Bob. Do your work. There you go. Alright. That's squared up. And now it's full of ice. I had to go in settings to make sure it doesn't share. can't do it. Well, I thought there was a way you could turn off things just sucking into cargo containers. Oh well. We'll leave it in there for now. That'll give us extra stockpile of ice when we go into space. Yeah, we don't have the platinum. That's the material we need to build our ion thrusters. We have the gold, we just don't have the platinum, which I think is only found in space, if I'm not wrong. One more save. We'll go ahead and save it. Hard save. And I think we get this tires lit. Here goes nothing, ladies and gentlemen. This is what probably a lot of y'all have been waiting for. Kind of anticlimactic, I'm sure, because I'm not very good at this stuff. But here we go. We are up and away. 50 meters a second, 60 meters a second, 80. Get a nice panoramic view. Panoramic. My God, my words. Feel free to make fun of me. I have a lisp. So we are leaving this planet behind. And now our atmos are no longer working, as you heard the throttle down. They're trying to, but we're not getting the speed like we were. Yeah, we're slowing down a lot faster now. Maybe time to kick on our hydrogen, and hydrogens are on. Tilt this bad boy up, and thrusters at maximum on hydrogen. That planet on the left hand corner there is the Mars, quote unquote, of this solar system. It's a lot bigger in Space Engineers as in real life, obviously. Some people like to make in my comment sections, it isn't real, and I'm like, duh, it's a game, it's not real. You know who you are. I'm open to all those debates. Feel free to comment whatever you want. Open for any kind of discussion. 600 meters a second, we are hauling butt. 700 meters a second. We are still in the planet's gravity, picking up 14 Gs, point 14 Gs. We are now in space, ladies and gentlemen. We have asteroids starting to spawn, so let's just go ahead and back off because we are hauling way too much butt, and I think we're about to run into an asteroid. Uh-oh, I'm getting some lag. This is not good. Ooh, this is why I saved. Although, I'm going to keep it in either way, because, one, it'll be funny if I do hit it. Ooh, that's too close for comfort, ladies and gentlemen. And we are still slowing down. We are way past planet gravity. We are completely outside of the gravity field of the Earth-like planet. 200 meters a second and slowing. And we still have 92 with the hydrogen. Awesome. And we are stopped. Ladies and gentlemen, we did it. We are in space. I think we go ahead and turn this puppy around and get a good view of the planet here. And that's where we came from. Somewhere down there is our little base, where we scratched from humble beginnings to where we are now. Hopefully, we will continue to do so and outrun these marauders. I'm going to save the game one more time. But ladies and gentlemen, this has been Space Engineers and Joe is Gaming. Thank you for watching. Love and peace. God bless.